Hello, fellow speed battlers. Jen here, bringing you another Sonic Forces speed battle video, and it is a different one. We're not going over any updates, we're not going over any patch notes, we're not opening any chests, we're not doing any races, we're not to the max, we're not doing any of that. I'm giving you a video that I want to do more of, and that's more opinions and things I'd like to see, things I'd change, things I don't like, just to create a bit of discussion, involve you guys a little bit more in that comment section below. And this video is all about 5 things I would like to see in Sonic Forces Speed Battle. I've got some gameplay over there if you guys want something to watch. It's just something I recorded over Christmas, so enjoy. If not, feel free to minimize me and just listen to my beautiful voice as I go through this. I did have this written up as a script, but I hate following scripts. I rather go off the cuff because it's a lot more natural. But if something that I'm explaining is too hard to understand, I'll probably pick it up while I'm editing the video, and I'll design some slides to overlay what I'm saying so it's more easy to follow if you follow. So with that being said, we're going to go straight into number 1, and it's probably one of the things that I'm more passionate for pushing, and I've definitely posted it in the idea box on the Discord, and that is customization. This game lacks it a lot, and I feel that if someone like me who's been playing since soft launch, hard launch, through it all, there's no real end game, and there's no way I can show off my achievements. I can show off the characters that I've unlocked to my levels, but I can't really show off that I was there for the Christmas event, I was there for the Halloween event, I was there for hard launch, I played classic Sonic like crazy. There's no way I can show that, and customization is gonna do that. I mean, I'm talking from the background in your home screen to a little title underneath your name, so it will say like Genesis 7 underneath. It'll be like the blue blur because I play as classic Sonic like, I don't know, 300 times, things like that. Or if I was to be part of the Halloween event, it can be like a spooky little name, and I can choose to have that so people can see when they're going against me in a race that, oh, he was there for the Halloween event, I was too. You know what I mean? Just kind of like a bit more recognition of the things that we've done in game. And again, back to the home screen, having your banner, you know, the actual banner, having like a nice little background for that as well. Maybe we could use prestige points to kind of purchase exclusive ones, so that way it entices us to get more involved with seasons, to have the prestige points to spend. Some of them can be unlocked through new in-game achievements. Like I said, 300 matches with classic Sonic gets you a blue blur title. You know, things like that, just kind of things that you can aim for that isn't trophies, because at the moment that's all you're really aiming for is trophies and your chests to upgrade your characters. So I'd like to see a bit more customization so I can make my, you know, control room on my main screen my own control room, and kind of really customize what I'm about and what kind of player I am. You guys know I'm a classic Sonic player, but there's probably some, you know, there's probably Ralph's iPhone playing there who's never gone against me. He doesn't know that I play Sonic all the time. I want to tell him that. So there we go, that is number 1. Number 2, I want more in-depth statistics, and that's going to be, you know, revolving around the characters. So as you go onto the character screen to choose your character to run as, I want to be able to see more stats, because obviously if we go onto our home screen, you will see your favourite runners, how many races you've played, how many races you've come first, and the characters you've unlocked. I want that kind of screen as for each individual character. So if I go onto my classic Sonic, there could be a little eye next to the classic Sonic. I click on that and it will say how many times I've played as classic Sonic, how many times I've won as classic Sonic, how many times I've been hit with projectiles with classic Sonic, or, you know, all them little numbers that I'm sure that HARDlight have got on their servers somewhere, so I can really see what character I am good as when you're looking at the numbers. Because I might play as classic Sonic all the time, but I might actually be better playing as Rouge. If I've got them statistics on screen for me, it will make me feel like, okay, maybe I'll do that. And then you can use them statistics to go back to idea number 1, which is your customizations. Though if I've used a projectile as classic Sonic 300 times, I know that I'm getting there towards there. I might be on 275. Once I hit 300, I'll unlock a little title. I don't know, you know, things like that. So it's all kind of connecting. But I'd like to see more statistics than just how many races I've played and how many what runners are my favourites. I want to know each individual stat for each runner. I want to know how many times I've played as Charmy. I've not played as Charmy for a long time, but I'd like to see those statistics. So that is something else I would like to see. Now, number 3, this can probably get a little bit confusing, but I would try and explain the best I can. If it doesn't come across well, I'll probably have some slides backing this up. But some kind of prestige system. So at the moment, a majority of players that have been playing since the launch of the game have probably got like around 20,000, 30,000 common cards over level 16, myself included. And those cards are not getting used for anything. Now, we could go into another list of ideas what we could use these cards for, but I'm going to stick with this one, and that's a prestige system. So basically, I need to try and get this right. I've got 20,000 spare cards for my classic Sonic. I love using my boy as an example because you know how much of a hype boy I am for classic. Got 20,000 cards for classic Sonic. I'm level 16. I can then choose to spend 500 of those to prestige my classic Sonic. And what all this will do is it will reset him to level 1, but he'll have a little star, or it might change the colour of the banner around the player icon. So for example, the commons are like a grey or a blue. Maybe that will turn to a bronze outline or something like that to say that I've prestiged him once. Now I can still go into races with a level 16 classic Sonic, but there is going to be a new race mode called prestige mode. And then what I can do is I can go in with this level 1 Sonic, which then I will level up normally like I would if I was playing the game for the first time, but you might need more cards to level up prestige level 1 Sonic, if you know what I mean. And it will cost more cards and rings to do that. But I can go into this prestige mode, and because I've prestiged my classic Sonic, I can choose to +1 onto one of my stats. Now the reason I say this is in a different mode, because if you were to go in and upgrade your speed stat to 11, right, and you go into a normal speed battle, you're going to be blitzing through events. But if you go into a prestige mode where players that have only prestiged are in there, it could make up for some really interesting races and can really like shake up things. Because if I'm going in with a Sonic that I've decided to put a point into speed for, and then I'm going against someone who's prestiged their I don't know, Knuckles, and they've put strength, then it can really kind of like change up the game, and it really can, new tracks can be designed around this in mind. So hopefully that has made sense. And if I wanted to prestige again, I need to level up that prestige classic Sonic to level 16 once again, which will require more cards, and then go through the process again. Obviously this is going to be more pointed at the common characters, but over time you're going to max out your rares, you're going to max out your super rares, and the same can apply to that, and it can really shake things up in this new prestige mode. So I think I've explained that well. If not, let me know. I think I'm not going to put any slides in to explain that. I think I've done it justice, but that is that. Now, idea number 4 is, I have noticed, and a lot of people have noticed, these special characters take a lot of gold rings to level up, and I mean a lot of gold rings. I'm trying to do my boy classic Sonic to level 10, and I need 250,000 gold rings. So I would like to see an event that works very similar to what the special events have worked, but these are gold rush events, and they can happen randomly in the week. So for example, my phone might go off saying there's a gold rush event on, and it works exactly the same as the events have done, but it only lasts like an hour. So you really kind of go through as many missions as you can, using, if you want to have the option to use red rings to get more missions faster, maybe they can reset every 10 minutes, so you can at least get 6 in the hour, or if you want to speed it up, you do more. And it's just a good way to get more rings, and I think the event system can really kind of prove that. So you'll see a mission saying go on 5 dash pads, it will get you 3,000 rings, which is nice because you're only getting 100 a race. So doing it, and then you go on to the next one, and Or it could be like an RNG if you wanted to reintroduce the RNG. So if you do this mission, you can get between 3,000 and 10,000 rings kind of thing, which would really kind of, I think would be helpful for a lot of players that have got loads of characters waiting to be upgraded, because waiting for one of your a platinum chest to spawn or an emerald chest to spawn, trying to get as many as you can out of the gold chest, I don't think you get any out of the normal chest, do you? But gold rings are very sparse at the moment, and I think as we are going to go progress, get more characters, more special characters, it's going to become an important resource, and we need some kind of new method of getting more. I guess I could add on to this idea the fact of removing the cap of 100. So your speed still caps once you've hit 100 rings, but any rings you collect after that is still put onto your total rings. So I'll get 100, got my max speed, but I can still collect like 200 if I wanted to. That would be very nice. I'm just thinking of ways to get more rings. So that's idea number 4. And idea number 5 is one that is highly requested. It's been in demand since the beginning of time, before the game even came out, before even people knew it existed, and that is the ability to play as your friends. I don't need to go into much detail with this one. It will be so cool to be able to kind of make some videos with some of you guys in where we can do some of my challenges together. Like I can put in the Discord or put on my Twitter saying, okay, I'm going to do a no ring challenge, who's up for it? Invite each other into the lobby, boom, we can do it. And I can make some, it really, as a content creator, it kind of opens a few doors, but as a game, it obviously makes the community bigger, stronger, and that nice way to stay connected. So there you have it, guys. They are my 5 things I'd like to see in Speed Battle. Hopefully you guys managed to follow some of the more complex ones. I think the only complex one was the prestige one. I think I've explained them all pretty damn well. If you like any of these ideas, let me know in the comments section below. Now this is going to be a kind of starter of something else that I'm going to be doing on the channel involving Speed Battle, and that is going to be the series called the Idea Box, where I go into the idea box on the Discord, pick a few ideas, or you guys can probably like tell me random numbers and I'll have a look at it, and I'll rip these ideas apart, break them open, see if they're worth putting in the game, what my opinion is on them, what I'd change, and just create a bit more discussion. That's what I'm aiming for this year in Speed Battle, is give you the usual content with the races, the chest openings, the roulettes, the challenges, also involve you guys, because we are a great Speed Battle community. If you're not joined the Discord, it's probably a good chance to join it right now, link below. But it's all about community, and I want to kind of really get your guys' feedback and get you guys involved with some of these videos. So with that all being said, thank you for listening to these ideas that I've had. I'm not claiming them to be my ideas. Well, they are my ideas, but I'm not claiming to like they're original to me, because there may be ideas out there that are similar to what I've said, but this is what I've come up with my mind, right off the cuff. So off the cuff, I've had this planned, I've had it all written down. So with that being said, I can just say one thing to you guys, and that is keep on speed battling away, and I'll catch you on the flip side.